it just all happened. It was crazy.
I want to give you the chance to and the opportunity to clear some things up that have been in the media. On the video,
Excuse me.
you made some comments about your daughter dating a black man.
Yes, I did.
And you also used the N-word several times and even called yourself a racist. What do you have to say about that?
Probably the stupidest thing I've ever said. The people that know me know I'm not a racist. When I got remarried, you know, my minister, Afro-American minister, Michael Beckwith, I go to predominantly Afro-American church, Agape Spiritual Center. Everybody that knows me knows I'm not a racist. Even the WWE knows I'm not a racist. They had to do what was best for business for their company. But for me, everybody that knows me knows that's not who I am.
But you used an epithet, so why did you say that? Why did you use the N-word?
Because I was mad about the way my daughter was being treated, in my opinion. I thought she should get out of the relationship. I knew the young man for 6 years. We got along great. But things started going awry, and I was very mad at Brooke for not taking my advice. She finally did eventually, but I said something horrible, and I live with it forever. But that's not me. That's not who I am.
You lost your career with the WWE and a chance to go in the Hall of Fame because of it. But I want to talk about your kids. You have two kids, Nick and Brooke.
Yes.
No parent wants to let their children down. Do you feel like you let your kids down?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. But what gave me strength was going to my children and explaining to Brooke and Nick what happened, and to my new wife, Jennifer. It has nothing to do with this media, nothing to do with any of this stuff. And once they told me how they felt, and they were behind me, and they loved me unconditionally, it gave me the strength to put up with anything Gawker threw at me. You know, so that's why I moved forward, because it was so important with their support to stop this type of thing from happening to other people. So they gave me the gas I needed in my tank to move forward. I don't know if I could have made it if my kids and Jennifer were not behind me, my new wife.
How did you ask your kids to forgive you? What did you have to say? What was that situation like when they found out that their dad did some deplorable things?
Well, I sat down with Brooke, you know, face to face, and she loves her dad unconditionally like most daughters do. And she goes, Dad, I know who you are. I know you made a huge mistake, but please, this does not define you. We love you. Nick was cool about it. Nick knew how I felt about the situation, and I just wanted something better for my daughter, and he understood.
Can I ask you something I want to ask probably you?
Sure.
I was saying just this week that, you know, let's say I made a sex tape, which was highly unlikely. Let's say I did.
But it would be popular.
And then
Let's say you knew.
I always say I'll do porn for the blind, okay? But let's say I made a sex tape and Paula just sent it to Gawker, and we were in cahoots together, and I made all this money. Gawker's attorney is basically saying that maybe you and your former best friend Bubba Clem did this together, conspired the entire thing just to make money. I mean, I'd like you to answer that, because it's been bothering me, that potential thing that could happen in cases like this.
When you start out with the analysis of all the facts of this case, we sponsored an FBI investigation into an extortion concerning this tape. It would be absurd for Mr. Bollea to have been involved at any level and then go out and try to involve the FBI so they could find out. It's absurd if you evaluate all of the evidence. None of that makes any sense.